Okay guys, this is going to be a reading on what people wish they could tell you or could have told you. I'm going to use the Thoth Tarot deck for what people wish they could tell you, and I'm going to use the Night Sun Tarot deck for why they feel like they can't tell you those things. This is going to be pile 1. This little button butterfly. This is going to be pile 2. This elegant button. And this little elephant will be pile 3. Okay, pile 1. If you chose this orange and yellow butterfly, this is going to be your reading on what people wish they could say to you. Let's see. Spirit, what's the current energies for what people wish they could say to my pile 1? What are some things being left unsaid? Oh, my card, Spirit. I'll just take this one. Okay, to start off with. Okay. We have Strength, 9 of Wands. We have the Empress in reversed. And then we have the Aeon, or I can't remember which one this is. I'm pretty sure it's Temperance, but don't quote me on that. It's okay. I don't need to know which card it is to be able to read off of it. Alright, now I'm going to pull cards for why they feel like they can't say that to you, and I'm going to do one for each card that I pulled. So for 9 of Wands, Strength, why do people feel like they can't tell you this? We have 8 of Swords. Let's see. What about the Aeon? We have Strength in reversed, like the actual Major Arcana Strength. Reversed for that one. And then finally we have the Empress, Spirit. What is it about the Empress that people feel like they can't say? We have the Ace of Swords in reversed. Okay. We have a lot of guilt and doubt and indecision coming from these people. Major emphasis on guilt, because it's like these people know they're indecisive about what they want to say to you. It's also as if like they're like, okay, I'm gonna tell them this, or I want to tell them something, but then they turn around and they're like, no, they wouldn't accept me for that, or they wouldn't even listen to me, or they're actually a bad person. Why would I even want to do that? When the whole reason they're wanting to talk to you about it in the first place is because they know you're not a bad person. I don't know if that makes sense, but I guess we'll just start off with the Empress in reversed. Somebody wants to tell you that they know they were in the wrong. Like, they want to tell you that they purposefully made it seem like it was your fault and made you seem like the bad guy. I'm also hearing that somebody wants to be like, oh, I have family issues. I have family issues, and that's the reason why I mean this way. That's the reason why I acted towards you this way. Which is never, ever a valid excuse. And to clarify this, we have Ace of Swords as to like why they feel like they can't say that, or why they feel like they can't say that like they were in the wrong. Literally because they'll go between realizing that they were in the wrong and that their actions are what led up to what happened, and knowing exactly what they did, and why they did it, and then they'll just cycle back into confusion and non-clarity, and just like, it's sort of like they're still trying to grasp onto an idea that they're not a bad guy, or that there was another reason that the situation happened that wasn't caused by their own actions or inaction. I feel like this person thinks about what they did to you, whatever they want to say to you, to the point where they get confused about it. It's like when you think about something so much that it like ends up turning back on itself. It's like that. Or like if you say a word so many times, it stops making sense. So this energy is a little obsessive, like, and the reason they don't know what to do, they feel like they can't say anything to you, is because of that obsessiveness, of that like indecisiveness, of like going back and forth between knowing that opening up about this is the only way that's going to fix the situation, and just doing everything in their power to find another excuse. What's funny to me is that with this strength here, with the 9 of Wands, they want to be like, I know I put you through a lot. Like, I know I put you through a lot that you didn't deserve. They want to tell you that they know they were putting burdens on you. And let me just clarify and say they're not wanting to say sorry about it necessarily. They're just, maybe they were hiding that before, or they were being super gaslighty and acting like it was you who was making those things up. But they feel like they want to admit that you're actually a really strong person, and they don't know how you put up with them for so long. Maybe other people wish they could tell you that you're really strong, and they don't know how you are able to get through some really dark stuff. Also, some people wish they could tell you that you put too much on your shoulders. And this is just in general, like, people feel like you put too much on your shoulders, or you take too much for just being only one person, but they don't want to tell you that because they feel like you need to see that for yourself, because that's the only way you can like feel complete in yourself without having to take on all these burdens. Because even if somebody tells you, hey, you don't need to be doing that much, you're still gonna do it until you realize, oh wait, I don't need to be doing that much, if that makes sense. And with this 8 of Swords as a clarifier, I'm feeling the reason that people don't want to tell you that they know they put this burden on you, and that they know, and that you're extremely strong because you're able to take that burden and still be a balanced person, is because they're willingly not looking at it. Like, look at the similarities between these two cards. There's all these things crossed, all these swords crossed, and all these wands crossed back here. And you are like this balanced point in the middle. The sun and the moon, we have complete balance here. But I'm feeling like the problem is, maybe people knew that you couldn't, maybe these people knew that you couldn't see how much of a burden they were being to you, or they knew that like you couldn't see how hard they were being on you, so they took advantage of that. And that's why they don't want to say anything, is because it would make you realize how many times they could have like taken a load off for you and helped you out, and when they actually just like let you stay stuck and let you be manipulated by them, basically. I'm also seeing that these people who wish they could like admit these things to you are like, oh no, I'm also a victim, or they're like not willing to see the situation for what it actually is, and that's what's blocking them. That's exactly what's blocking them from being able to admit all of these things they so badly want to admit to you, because it's just all in their own head. But there's a huge layer of guilt to this. Like, a huge reason people wish they could tell you things but won't is because they feel guilty, either for underestimating you in the past, or I'm hearing they feel guilty for judging you, because I feel like maybe you're a really nice person or a really non-judgmental person, and maybe on the opposite end of that, people are like constantly criticizing your life in your head or criticizing what you could be doing better, just because they're like, oh, they think they're so perfect, or they think they're doing so well they could be doing this, they could be doing this. But with the Aeon here, I'm feeling a lot of people wish they could tell you like how beautiful you are. And because Strength in the Reverse is the clarifier for why they feel like they can't tell you that, I feel like it's because, one, your beauty intimidates people, and two, people feel weird for feeling attracted to you. Like, maybe you're not conventionally attractive, or something, but people feel literally like they're not supposed to be like liking you that way. And there's something about like your presence and your beauty and your sense of being that brings out people's ego and shadow sides. Because with the Strength in Reversed, I feel like people can be overly protective to you, overly clingy, overly possessive, just because there's this some light about you that people want to keep to themselves, and people do not want you to know that. Pretty sure that's why this card popped out on like why like things that people wish they could tell you is because they're like, they want you to know the extent of how beautiful you are and like what you don't see in yourself that they see in you. But it's like they realize if they did open up to you and tell you that, they're like, oh wait, that would sound like the amount they would be giving out and like the depth of their words, they'd be like, oh wait a minute, I sound really creepy and clingy right now. Because maybe some people do think about you to that level. I'm feeling like there's one more thing. I feel like people want to tell you that your spirituality has changed them, or that you've made them believe in spirituality, or that you're like such a spiritual person they can just feel it off of you. But the reason they don't tell you is because of their own doubt in themselves. Where they're like, oh, that's just gibberish, that's just mumbo jumbo. But for real though, like, you inspire people in like a muse sort of way. But it's like people don't want to tell you because they're embarrassed to the level they like find you attractive or beautiful or inspiring. There's something particular about your body. And maybe some strangers made comments about your body before, but it's like people don't want to like talk about how hot your body is because they feel like they are hyper focusing on it. I don't know, it feels like people are like, oh my god, they're so hot, they have such a nice body, but they're like, they realize that if they were like sitting like, oh my god, you're so hot, you have a nice body, they would sound super like objectifying and sexual, and that's not how they don't want you to feel seen that way, basically, because they feel that you're like you have a lot more depth as a person, and that you deserve that same amount of depth. I feel like people wish they could tell you if they could still have you in your life, and that they wish they hadn't done what they had done because they feel slightly less abundant without you. They feel like something is missing. They feel like they don't have their sort of clarity. People don't want to tell you that they feel like they need you. And so they do everything in their power to make it seem the opposite way. But it's like they wish they could say that your life means so much to them and you're such a deep and interesting person that it's like completely changed who they are, and even maybe made some people jealous, maybe made some people fall in love. There's a huge emphasis on you changing people just by being such a strong person. And nobody wants to tell you because they feel so shy about how much you've changed them. Okay, part 2. You chose this elegant button looking thingy. That reminds me of my mom. Let's see. What do people wish they could tell you? What do people wish they could tell you? We have a hermit reversed. What do people wish they could tell you? We have 4 of Cups reversed and Queen of Swords reversed. Okay, I'm gonna pull clarifiers for each card for like why people won't tell you this. Spirit, why won't people tell my pal to about the hermit? Why won't people tell my pal to about the hermit? Why don't people want my pal to, but they know they see them as the hermit? We have Temperance. Spirit, why do people not want to tell about this 4 cards in reverse? We have the High Priestess reversed. And finally, the Queen of Swords. What's up with the Queen of Swords? We have the 5 of Pentacles. It's strange. It's very strange. People wish they could tell you how much you glow. People wish they could tell you how much you've grown for how young you are. Like you're an old soul type energy, just like you're very wise for your age. And they don't want to tell you that because they feel like they want you to realize, they want you to see that on your own. They want you to see that beauty in yourself on your own. Maybe you have someone in your life who's a very good teacher to you, who doesn't quite want to let up how far you've evolved so fast in whatever you're learning. But it's like they don't want to tell you that just because they want to see just how far you can go. They don't want to blow up your ego too fast. People want to tell you have like a statuesque beauty. Like you look like a statue sometimes. Maybe you sit really still. Or maybe people wish they could tell you that they want to take a picture with you just because of like how cool you look or something. I don't know. It's a weird energy, but it's like They don't want to tell you because they know you're just doing your own thing and like living your own life. I'm hearing in terms of the spiritual world, your spirit team wishes they could tell you how like powerful you are, but they know that like you have the ability to figure that out on your own, and they want to see what you do with your own powers. But they definitely wish they could just be like, dude, you are so powerful, you don't even understand. But they like trust that you will understand. Maybe you do understand that you're powerful, but they're like, you don't understand just how powerful. With the Four of Cups in reversed, I'm hearing a lot of people don't want to tell you that they think about you a lot. They think about you all the time. You've never been far from their thoughts. They think about their memories with you a lot. And the advice you've given them. They don't want to tell you because they don't want you to know that, like, they're not this High Priestess energy. They don't want you to know that they, like, aren't smart enough to get it on their own. But you actually, like, the advice you've given them has actually helped them to the point where they could, like, get through some situations. But they don't want to tell you because they feel like they use your advice or, like, think about you a lot to the point where, like, they're kind of embarrassed. They're like, they wish they could have figured that out on their own. Oh yeah, I'm hearing a lot of people wish they could tell you how good you look on social media, but they're too scared to comment on your posts because they feel like you wouldn't care or you don't know them. I'm also hearing that a lot of people want to tell you that, like, they want to take social media pictures with you. Like, they want to be posted on social media with you, but they don't feel cool enough or something to be seen with you. Maybe you're, like, have a high status somewhere in something, so people are intimidated by you. Also, people don't usually tell you this a lot, but they wish they could tell you, like, how hot your dark side is. I know that sounds really weird, but it's like something about the dark parts of you when you're acting especially dark, or maybe how dark humor makes people feel attracted to you in a way they've never felt before. With this High Priestess in reverse, it feels like they're out of their element and they don't know what they're doing. So that's why they don't want to tell you, because they feel out of their element with you. With the Queen of Swords reversed, people like to cuddle you. I feel like people don't usually tell you that because it's like you cuddle people a lot, or they feel like it's something you would already know, but like people want to tell you you're a really good cuddler. You give really warm hugs, and people want to tell you you're a really warm and forgiving person. You have this grounding energy that makes people feel seen or comforted. I'm feeling like with this Five of Pentacles as clarifier, people don't want to tell you how, like, much you mean to them and how much you've given to them that they appreciate, because they're scared that they would be pointing out, like, how much you give to them when they feel like they don't give to you enough. Like, these people wish they could tell you that they, like, want to give you the world. They want to give you money. They want to give you a home. They want to give you literally anything you want. And they would do it too, but that's why they're, like, kind of backing off and not telling you how much they like you or how much they care about you, because they know they're ride or die for you and they don't want to scare you off with what they have to give. because they don't want what they have to give to be too much or too little or not what you're looking for. So that's why they're scared to like open up about feelings for you. I'm also feeling like people in your past may have not told you how amazing they were because they knew you were a such giving person, and they wanted to just keep taking that from you instead of like giving something back. And they didn't want to realize how much you were giving so that they could keep taking it. But it's like there would be moments where they wish they could just gush to you about how beautiful you are, because there'll be like these picturesque moments where you'll just be saying something so, what's the word? Existential? You'll be saying something so like deep, or you'll be having an expression on your face that is so melancholy or solemn that I don't know, it's like people just get bursts of affection for you, and they wish they could just gush to you about how much you mean to them. But it's like they don't want to be giving you too much at once. Because they know that you being in their life is a huge part of why. It's like a huge part of why they have sort of accepted that part of themselves that can just be independent and balanced, like this Temperance Angel here. Maybe people just feel like this is just who you are and this is the energy you give to everybody, so they don't want to feel stupid by just being another person complimenting you. It's like the energy where, you know, let's say you see a really pretty person and you want to compliment them, but then you're kind of thinking like, oh, they probably get that a lot, I don't want to annoy them. So you move on with your day. It's kind of that kind of energy, but a little bit more deep. I'm hearing people wish they could tell you that you brought them out of squalor, you brought them out of negative thought patterns and situations where they felt like they were at rock bottom. They literally felt like you took your hand out and pulled them out of the dirt. And they wish they could tell you that they would literally die for you. They would do anything for you. Because they feel like they want to protect you with this Queen of Swords because you're so warm-hearted. But it's like, it's not even that they don't want to tell you that. They just like want it to be shown through their actions instead. That's where they're sort of wishing they could say it, but they don't, because they want you to just know that based on how they act towards you. Yeah, people definitely wish they could say how special of a person you are, how special of a person you are to them, and how much you've made them stop overthinking, become more balanced, become more outgoing and less shy, and you have made people accept that it's okay to not know, it's okay to look like the fool in the situation, and to not be afraid of that. And people are scared to tell you that because they don't want to make it seem like, oh, you're a fool, so it makes me feel like I can be a fool too. They don't want to be saying like something like that, but that is like sort of how they feel. It's just like, it's okay to not know everything. And I'm hearing like your spirit team in particular wishes they could tell you you're gonna get your wish, like your life's destiny wish or whatever. They want to tell you that your wish is going to be granted, but they also sort of want it to be a surprise, but they really wish they could tell you. Because with this angel here, I just see something sort of coming to fruition, maybe later in your life, or maybe even in your death, that you just sort of like, it fits all the puzzle pieces together. Okay, pile 3, it's your turn. You chose this cartoon elephant. This is going to be a reading on what people wish they could tell you. So we have 3 cards on my pile 3. 3 cards on my pile 3. Look at my cat. He has a very bitch face. I can't tell if I want this Ace of Cups to come out in reverse or not, so I'm going to do it sideways. We have 3 of Swords and the Chariot. So some of you might be Cancer or have Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or North Node. Oh, kitty. People feel like they have a lot of reasons for why they feel like they can't talk to you, or why they wish to talk to you but feel like they can't. I'm going to go ahead and say some of these people are physically restricted by either distance, or maybe you've blocked this person on all social media. So they wish they could talk to you, but you've cut them off. Spirit, for this Ace of Cups sideways, why do people want to say this to my pile 1 but they don't? Or my pile 3, I'm sorry. Why do people want to say this to my pile 3 but they don't? We have 6 of Swords, I mean. We have 9 of Pentacles in reverse. And we have the King of Cups for 3 of Swords. So, Ace of Cups sideways with the 6 of Swords. The Chariot with the 9 of Pentacles in reverse. And 3 of Swords with the King of Cups. With this Ace of Swords not being able to choose whether it wants to come out reversed or upright, I'm feeling like sometimes people feel this overwhelming cup of love and understanding for you, and other times they have this complete opposite feeling of hatred and envy and just negativity. And they'll switch between that because despite what they feel for you on any given day, despite whether they're mad or happy at you, they can't move on from you. They can't move on. They just can't do it. And the funny thing about it is they're like, oh, well, I can't tell this person that I hate them because they've already moved on from me. Or I can't tell this person that I love them because I don't care about them. You know, I've already moved on from them, you know. It's just this energy where they like hate you because you've already moved on and you're like just living your own life. But they're also mad because they can't move on or they feel like they should move on. This person wishes they could tell you how much they care about your, or how much they cared, past tense, how much they cared about you, like the depth of how much they cared about you. But the reason they don't say it is because they know that their actions don't reflect their feelings. Like, even if they did admit to you about that, I mean, they walked off like they had there was no problem. So now they can't really say that and it sound true, if that makes sense. Because their actions said the opposite. This person feels like if they tried to talk to you, they'd be too emotional. They wish to tell you they wish to tell you all their emotions, good and bad. They want to just spill all their emotions on you and make you deal with them. But it's like at the same time, whenever they go to do that, or actually like talk to you about it, they're like, wait, no, I've got to see this from a balanced perspective. I've got to see this from a logical perspective. And then they trip themselves up again because in their mind, logically, you're the person at wrong. Because in their mind, they haven't grown to the point where they're not in the victim mindset anymore. We have the Chariot. The Chariot at 555 on the clock. People wish that they could tell you that you have it all and that you should appreciate what you have, but in a mean way because they don't have those things, because they've never tried to have those things, or some people feel like you're privileged to some things. But really, you're just a balanced person. You're able to keep your ego and your spirit balanced and at bay so that one is not toppling over the other. But with this Nine of Pentacles in reverse, I'm feeling like people don't want to say how good you're doing or how much you've got or how amazing you are or how much abundance you have, because they don't have abundance. They don't have that same, they've been trying to manifest that same abundance and they don't have it. A specific message for some of you, I'm hearing some people around you wish they could tell you like to be happy that you have a good mom or a good dad or a good relationship with a lover or a good best friend. But that's literally because the reason they won't say that to you is because it's not coming out of a nice place. It's coming out of jealousy that they don't have those things. They're sort of mad at you for, like, I guess being so used to having those things. People wish that they could tell you that they felt like they had it all with you, and now they don't. They wish that they had the chance to tell you that you were their everything. You gave them everything they wanted. They felt like they had it all with you. They felt like there was nothing more they needed. They felt complete. And now they feel completely incomplete. They don't have anything they want. Anything they have, they don't want. They're just not grateful. They feel like they have nothing, you know? They feel like the universe is just completely fucking them over. People wish they could tell you that they know you're going somewhere with the Chariot here. Maybe you have some really cool ideas or passions, and people can feel in your energy that you're going to go somewhere, you're going to affect people. But the reason people don't want to tell you that is because maybe maybe in the past they underestimated you or thought you weren't going to be nothing. Or maybe they want what you have. Like, they don't know how you have that energy where you feel like it's not even that you feel like you're going somewhere, but everyone else around you can feel that coming from you. And it's like people don't want to tell you that because they don't want to raise your ego anymore. Because they know that they don't have the energy of like, oh, I'm definitely going somewhere. So they don't want you to know that you have it, just so that maybe you won't be able to manifest that, I guess. It's a weird energy. People wish they could tell you how sad you make them, or how much you broke their heart, or how much their heart is broken over you. They feel like they wish they could just hug you and cry over you forever. They wish they could tell you that. Or for some of you, they wish they could tell you that they know they broke your heart and how much they regret that and how much pain and sorrow that's caused them. And I mean, the reason they're wanting to say that, the reason they're not wanting to say that, the reason they're not able to, even though they wish they could, is because with this King of Cups here, I feel like they know you already know that. And then them saying it would just be like, okay, and like, what are you going to do about it? Because you know how much sorrow has been caused to you. You know how much hurting another person can cause sorrow to other people. You're just a very wise person, and people know that. So that's why they just assume you should just be fine with the pain that they've caused you, or just, they're like, oh, whatever, I don't need to tell them about this Three of Swords energy because they already know. I don't need to apologize for everything because they already know I'm sorry. I just heard a specific message that some people wish they could tell you that they want to hurt you. They really want to like scream at your face and tell you how much they want to hurt you and how much you deserve to be hurt. But I feel like it's just coming from a place of like over emotionality. Like with this Ace of Cups sideways here, I feel like they're always in their emotions about you, whether good or bad. And they want to blame you for this heartbreak they've had. They want to tell you how much heartbreak you've caused them and how much they want to put that back on you. But it's literally just because it's all they think about. They're like, oh, so much heartbreak, I'm such a victim, or I'm such a bad person, I did all these bad things, that makes me so sad, instead of actually doing something to change about it, you know? And so that's why they won't like talk to you about it, even though they wish they could. People wish that they could tell you that they've moved on already, they no longer care about you, but obviously saying that would just be self-contradictory. Some people wish they could tell you that you're a horrible person, that you're a mean person, that you caused pain to everyone in your life, literally because they know you're a good person and they want to bring you down and they want to make you doubt yourself. It's like this strong passion to just like make you feel like a shitty person. Like they wish they could tell you all kinds of things to make you feel bad for who you are and what you do. Some of these people thinking about you might be Cancers. With this Chariot here, they might have Chariot, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Mars. Did I say Chariot, Sun? My bad. Yeah, people wish they could say they still want you in their lives, and that they also wish the best for you or whatever, because they know that them wishing so much bad on you and them like overthinking about you so much is what really has caused them to manifest this lack of abundance. Deep down they know that, and so they want to just wish you well and want you to be happy with what you have and to have it all. But at this point they know there's no more words to be spoken. Like, you already have it all, you're already doing your own thing. And even if they were supposed to say something at one point, it's past the point of no return with that. Like, they've passed the point where they could have said sorry or opened up to you about these things. So now they're just stuck not moving on, stuck wishing they could hurt you as much as you hurt them, wishing they could knock you off of your throne, wishing they could knock you off of your path, just so you can have the same lack of abundance. But the problem with that is they manifested their own lack of abundance, and you manifested your own abundance. You can't just take that away or build that up from nothing. You manifest that over time. And so even if they're trying to do spell work, even if they're constantly doing energy work, thinking about you emotionally, trying to knock you down a peg or keep you from moving on, it doesn't work because you're so balanced. And you stay on your own path. And you stay in your own lane is what I'm hearing. And that's what I'm hearing. Like, people wish they could say that they want to catch up to you. They want to be in your lane. They want to be like you. People wish they could tell you that they want to be like you and that you're like an idol to them. But they're scared to admit that they like aren't strong enough to see that in themselves, and instead just like expect to get that inspiration from you.